Barnstorming up and down the nation today are the self-anointed messiahs of several new political minorities. The so-called lunatic fringe of the U.S. electorate. Almost forgotten by these eager millions is the man who might have mobilized the lunatic fringe into a real political army, the late Huey P. Long.
One man, one gun, one bullet. That's what they said it'd take to stop you. But Huey...
Exhorting the lunatic fringe today is one of Huey Long's henchmen, who little more than a year ago was unknown outside the red clay parishes of Louisiana.
Oh, are you the Gerald Smith from Louisiana?
No, just Gerald Smith from everywhere. Everywhere the people need a friend, leader.
Today, this ambitious, churchless clergyman is determined that Gerald Smith shall be ready, as men have been ready in other lands, when the chaos, then the communism he believes inevitable for the United States, engulf this country.
Hey, waiter, bring me a raw onion. Don't slice it. I like to eat them just like an apple.
As the Longsters' man of God, it was Gerald Smith who led Huey Long's funeral cortege across the plaza of the great state capitol at Baton Rouge. And as 200,000 mourners listened, delivered Huey Long's funeral oration.
It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
With Huey Long in his grave, Gerald Smith proclaims himself political and spiritual heir of the dead dictator. But in New Orleans, Huey Long's newspaper denounces the political parson. And to a Louisiana radio hookup goes Huey Long's secretary, Earl Christenberry.
The day of Huey Long's funeral and before the senator's body was placed in its grave, Gerald propositioned me to grab the records of the Share Our Wealth Society, and he and I set ourselves up in the racket of charging the members 10 cents a month dues.
Disowned and discredited by Huey Long's successors, Gerald Smith decides to forsake Louisiana. Practicing at his mirror, he schools his booming voice in the gospel of discontent.
God, let me be a rabble-rouser. I see chaos approaching, and our people are hungry. Why shouldn't the cream of the population enjoy the cream of the nation's wealth? In communism, there shall be no Spanish, Russian, Mexican church burning in America. I get my inspiration from the sky.
Almost at once, in Washington, Parson Smith breaks onto the nation's front pages when he persuades Dr. Francis Townsend to walk out of the Congressional Committee investigating Townsend plan revenues. Soon, aging Dr. Townsend is so dominated by Gerald Smith that Townsend's chief henchmen become enraged and quit him.
This fellow Smith is a professional rabble-rouser, and he's out to ruin our movement and wreck it for his own purposes. And we propose to stop it.
Side by side, for the first time, stand the leaders of the lunatic fringe. Gerald Smith still claiming the support of 10 million Share Our Wealthers. Dr. Townsend boasting of 5 million followers. Father Coughlin estimating his strength at 9 million voters. The newcomer confidently waits his turn to play on the crowd's emotions.
I'm convinced that we'll discover that the American farm produce was destroyed in order to enhance the wealth of the great international landlords of Australia, Brazil, Africa, and Egypt. You better have, you see what I'm talking about.
When he is done, Gerald Smith is a national figure. Political political observers see in this small-town parson the most artful rabble-rouser in the United States. In Gerald Smith's sweating, bombastic oratory, serious commentators see the makings of a fascist dictator. For Gerald Smith, the fascist salute makes its first appearance in America.
Well, Fred, I just spoke to 20,000 people. And did I tell them?
How are you today, Weather? Gerald Smith, my name.
Today, as this mighty demagogue swings from town to town, impressing his personality upon millions of puzzled Americans, thoughtful observers wonder if Gerald Smith is a man of destiny or merely a political windbag temporarily disturbing the peace of the nation.
Then let me be a rabble-rouser.
You got a good one?
Gerald Smith, my name. Takes about 5 times I've crossed this continent. Talked to about 2 or 3 million people the last 90 days. I'm going to talk to 50 million the next 90 days to 6 months. I'm just getting started good. We're not going to submit to this communism they're trying to push in on us here from Russia and Spain and Mexico. And that's one thing I'm working on specially. To organize 1 million young...